You ready? Okay, so number 1, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Number 2, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. That's our number 2. And number 3, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. I love this about perception and perspective. Kyla legs. That's our number 3. I'll do the same thing, 1, 2, or 3 for some intentions and affirmations today. Shuffle these up. Okay, number 1, I intend to connect with others. So finding a way today to send some loving messages to others or have a fun little Zoom FaceTime, is that possible? Zoom party. Maybe even send a letter. Number 2, I am accepting of myself, accepting of others, accepting of circumstances I may not have any control over. And number 3, I am present in this moment. I am present in this moment. Beautiful. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Mother's Day. If you are in a country where it's Mother's Day, felicidades. Welcome. The sun is shining, it's coming out. I see some blue skies, so that's positive. Looking forward to a walk outside later today. Hey Adela, good to see you. Love it, love it. So, let's see, there's been a lot going on this week, hasn't there? There's been a lot going on in Valencia and a lot of frustration in the past 48 hours, some disappointment, some sadness in other parts of the world from what I've heard. And what I've been realizing is I think it's all related to hope, and it's all related to our deep fears. So any negative emotions that you're having these days, just kind of ask yourself, what is the fear? Where is this coming from? What is stirring up this emotion for me? When we're able to identify the fear, we're better able to get right back into the root of the emotion, and then from there, label the emotion and separate it from ourselves. So there's been kind of like a loss of hope, I think, in Valencia for those of you who are kind of hoping to move into phase 1. If you think about it, it's not that much that was taken away from us by remaining in phase 0, but I think it's the idea of like we're moving forward, things are getting better, maybe we can deepen our breath and have a little bit more spaciousness in our life, right? And I think the same thing goes for sadness. There's this kind of like letting go of hope, settling into the sadness of this situation that we're all living in, whether it's affecting us indirectly or directly. We're all managing a series of emotions at the same time, and it can be quite challenging. So I want to encourage you to give yourself some grace. Be as present as you can with the emotion. There's no bad emotion. Whatever it is that you're feeling, allow yourself to feel it. And like I said, kind of get down deep and figure out, where is this really coming from? A lot of it too is related to expectation and letting go of expectations we have for ourselves, for others, and our circumstances. It can be hard, it can be a challenge, but it's a practice, and that's what we're here to do. If you've been feeling great, I'm really happy for you. There's definitely been days I think that all of us have felt great and positive and found the silver linings and found the light in all of this, and that's just as important. So if you're feeling great, awesome. If you're feeling low, reach out, and if you're on this roller coaster with the rest of us, buckle up, tune in, and take the time that you need to really get in touch with what it is that you're feeling. So thank you again for joining me. You can come onto your mat and cross the legs if that's comfortable for you. Or you can sit up on a bolster, up on your knees. And we'll start with breathing. I think the breath is what is the key to bringing us back right into the moment, to settling our nervous system, bringing us into our bodies, into a beautiful, safe space. So start by taking a couple deep breaths. You can bring the shoulders up by the ears. And then exhale down the back. And then inhale, bringing the shoulders up. And exhale. One more deep breath in. Big breath out. Should be feeling better already. We'll place one hand on the heart space, one hand on the upper chest. You can close the eyes if that feels safe for you, or simply lower them towards the earth. Begin to connect with yourself. This beautiful body of yours. Sending your breath into the body, allowing it to nourish the body from the inside out. And simultaneously allowing this deep breathing to nourish your spirit. Remembering everything is temporary. If you can, connect with the emotion that you're feeling right now in this moment. Breath by breath, continuing to deepen the breath. Expectation feeds frustration as it's simply an elusive form of control by attempting to grip the reins that aren't ours to hold. Breathe, release, let go. Allow your life naturally, quietly unfold. Taking 3 more deep breaths. Big release on the exhales. Then gently relaxing the hands down, back onto the legs, opening the eyes. And then on an inhale, bringing the arms up overhead, lengthening both side bodies. Interlace the fingers, releasing steeple mudra. Take a deep breath in, wiggle the hips down towards the earth. And then exhale, bending over to the right, making sure the biceps are up by the ears, lengthening both side bodies. Take an inhale, then exhale, add a little bit of depth. Breathing. And inhale, coming back to center, and exhale to the left. Keeping the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Inhale, and exhale. On an inhale, coming through to center, and exhale, relaxing the hands down. Interlacing the fingers, flipping the palms, and reaching the hands out in front. We're going to tuck the chin here, round the spine, pushing the hands forward, drawing the belly button back, getting a nice stretch on the spine, on the back body. Maybe shake the head no a little bit here. Then on an inhale, rising up, lifting the hands with you. Then exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, bringing the arms up. And exhale, rounding the spine. Once more, inhale, open. And exhale. Slowly coming back to neutral. We're gonna come into cow face pose. So we'll start with the left leg on the bottom, the knee pointing forward, and you're gonna stack the right knee on top. The heels are working towards the glutes. If the legs look like this, that's fine. Energetically, we're drawing the knees to stack one over the other. If this is too intense for you, you can take the left leg and extend it out in front and simply stack the right knee on top of the left. You have some options here. We're gonna fold forward over the legs, nice and relaxed, or you can come into eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. So the right arm comes under, and then we draw the right hand closer to bring both thumbs towards the face. And then from here, you can bring the elbows in front of those knees as you fold forward, or if they land right on top, that's fine too. So here we're getting a nice opening on the outer hips as well as on the upper back. Keep breathing into the back body, breathing into the hips. Allowing the body to release resistance, expectation. Breathe. Release. Let go. Slowly rising back up. Release the arms. If you're in a bind, we'll come to my favorite yoga magic trick. So we're going to keep the feet where they are. You have the left leg on the bottom, the right leg on top. So we're going to turn to the left. Simply lift the hips, pivot, pivot, pivot on the feet all the way around until now the right knee is on the bottom, the left leg is on top. Great job. If it didn't work, then just move the legs. Bring the heels close to the hips. Again, if you'd like, you can extend that right leg out straight, stacking the left knee on top. From here, you can fold right straight forward, melting down. Or if you'd like, bringing the left arm under the right, coming into a bind, the eagle arms. The elbows are stacked over the knees. Take an inhale. And then exhale, folding right on top of the knees or drawing the elbows in front of the knees as you lower down. And then wherever you are, relaxing the head and the neck, maybe shaking the head no or nodding yes. Breathe. And release. And let go. Gently rise back up. Send the legs out straight. Give them a nice little shake, a little massage. And then we'll spin forward into a tabletop position. Bringing the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. Spread the fingertips wide as your base, making sure the pointer fingers are parallel facing forward. We'll take our cat-cow poses. So on an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow pose. Pull the shoulders down the back as you're drawing the heart forward. Inhale. And exhale, rounding the spine. Dance and cat-cow like no one's watching. Moving with your breath. Inhales will bring you to cow pose. Maybe wag the tail. And then exhales, round the spine into cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow pose. And exhale to cat. Let it feel good in the body. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, nice and slow. Coming back to a tabletop. And we'll press back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. The knees can be bent. We're going to press the belly back towards the thighs. Keeping the hips lifting up. Press firmly into the palms. Maybe pedal the feet. You can straighten one leg at a time. Getting nice movement on the back of the legs. Then inhale, look at the hands. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat, ragdoll pose. Melting the belly on top of the thighs and swaying side to side. Release the fingertips down towards the earth and slowly begin to rise all the way up to standing, bringing the shoulders up by the ears. And exhale down the back. Inhale, extended mountain pose, Tadasana, grounding down through the feet and reaching up through the fingers. Creating length in the body, growth, expansion. Breathe in and exhale, hands to the heart. Full breath in, full breath out. Taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. Maybe what is an expectation you can practice letting go of today, either on the mat or an expectation related to your personal life. Setting a beautiful intention for yourself today, taking an inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Relaxing the hands down by the sides. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, folding all the way forward, nice straight legs. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthening, and exhale, hands to the earth, stepping back to Chaturanga. Chaturanga, the knees can be up or down. You can lower halfway or all the way to the belly. On an inhale, peel the heart away from the mat, and exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog, 2 breaths. Inhale, look at the hands. Exhale, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, melt forward. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, and exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, folding all the way forward, nice straight legs. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, hands to the earth, stepping back, high plank pose, Chaturanga. Following the breath. Nice and slow transitions. Inhale, look at the hands. Exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, spill forward. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, and exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, folding all the way forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, hands to the earth, stepping back, Chaturanga. Inhale, lifts the heart, and the exhale presses you back, downward facing dog, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, the right leg high. Exhale to a low lunge. Try to step the heel and then the toe. Then drop the left knee down. Bring the hands on top of the left thigh. Tuck the tailbone, sitting down and forward, lengthening the left hip flexor. You can keep the hands on the thigh or bring the arms up overhead. Keeping the shoulders square. Breathing into the hips. Bringing both hands down on the inside of the right foot, and then turn the body slightly towards the left. Extending the arms as straight as you can, so the right knee is going to pop out a little bit. Maybe you can even melt down onto the forearms. And then coming back towards center. One hand on either side of the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Slide the right foot back into plank, and then lower through Chaturanga. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop the right knee down. Start with the hands on the left thigh, tucking the tailbone, protecting the back as you sit down and forward. Shoulders are relaxed. And then maybe bringing the arms up overhead. Take an inhale. Both hands on the inside of the left foot. Drop the hips down. And from here, we're gonna walk the hands out, extending the arms towards the right. You can stay elevated as you pop that left knee out, or maybe melt a little bit closer towards the earth. Coming back up onto the hands, back to center. Inhale. Let's lift the back knee, keep the hips right where they are, slide the left foot back, and then lower through chaturanga. Meeting in downward facing dog, 2 full breaths, in and out through the nose. Inhale the right leg high, and exhale to a low lunge. Straighten the front leg, melting the chest on top of that right leg. The hips are back, both legs are straight. And then inhale back into a lunge, straightening the back leg. And exhale, straightening both. Inhale, shifting forward, lunge. And exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, shifting forward, lunge. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, shifting back and rising up, crescent pose. Good, each foot has its own lane here, about hip width distance apart, shifting the weight forward and then down, lengthening the left hip flexor, breathing. You can stay here or come into eagle arms with the right arm underneath the left. And then bend a little bit deeper into that right knee. Breathing, smiling's okay. Releasing the arms back up if you're in a bind. And we're going to jump switch. Left foot forward, right foot back. Coming into a high lunge. And then we'll bring the hands down towards the earth. Drop the hips down, lengthening that right hip flexor. Inhale, hips up, straight legs. Exhale. Moving with the breath now. Inhale to a lunge. Exhale, straight legs. Inhale. Exhale, let the breath lead you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Ready? We'll rise right up to crescent pose. Good, finding your balance here, settling in. Either staying with the arms elevated like this, or bring the left arm under the right, coming into eagle arms. Elbows are right at center. The back leg is lengthening. The right heel is above the ball of the back foot. Okay, releasing the arms, reaching them up, and jump switch. And step forward to the top of the mat, inhale. Folding all the way forward, exhale, folding forward here for a few breaths. And inhale. Lifting up halfway, and exhale, stepping back, high plank pose, lowering all the way down to the earth. This time bringing the forearms down to the earth for Sphinx pose. Palms on the earth. Think about drawing the shoulders away from the ears. So naturally, we're opening the chest. Take notice of the belly on the earth. Take notice of your breath. If you'd like to take a more intense posture and you have a healthy lower back, you can come into seal, pressing into the palms. Only doing that if it feels really good on the back. If you're in seal, coming down to Sphinx, then bring the hands under the shoulders. We'll press back to child's pose, opening the knees out wide, dropping the hips down and rest the head onto the earth. Slowly rising up through a tabletop, and we'll press back, downward facing dog. And walking the feet up towards the hands and slowly roll all the way up to standing, bringing the shoulders up by the ears, and exhale down the back. Moving into our balancing series. How we're doing? Everyone's good? Give me an emoji or a heart or something so I know we're still together. We're gonna come into our balancing series. You can come to about the middle of the mat. Give yourself some space. We'll start with eagle pose today. So we'll start with the feet together. Bend the knees, dropping the hips down. You can be really mindful here of tucking the tailbone. So drawing the lower part of the belly in. We're still gonna have the natural curvature of the spine, but without sitting down into the lower back. So tucking the tailbone, starting with the arms up. Thank you for the love, everyone. And then bringing the right arm underneath the left and sitting down. Coming into eagle arms. Now from here, we'll take the right leg up and over the left. You can rest the right toes on the earth or wrap them around the leg if that's accessible, or just have them hang out front or to the side. Squeezing the legs though, squeezing the arms. Set the hips down a little bit deeper, breathe. Find a soft gaze right through the hands. We're gonna take a little challenge here. If you're in a bind, unbind the toes so the foot is out to the side. We're gonna see if we can sit down low enough to bring the right toes down, sit the hips down without falling, and then press back up and release the legs, release the arms, come to the back of the mat and do a catwalk. Really working the hips, shaking the hips, having some fun. Shake out the hips as much as you need. So you're working down the catwalk. And then we'll come to the other side. I'm out of breath. Okay, feet down, knees together, squeezing the thighs. This time, left arm underneath the right. Drop the hips down, tailbone tucks. And then the left leg comes up and over. The feet can be out, the foot can be out to the side or wrapped around, or you can keep it right down on the mat. Wherever you are, kind of drop the hips down. You can either be leaning forward, or you can imagine that you're sitting down against a wall. Your challenge is a two-part challenge today. So the first part, let's see if you can bring the toes down, keep the legs crossed. See if you can sit the booty down, like you're going into a little kid's chair. Ooh, this side's easier for me, okay. And then slowly rising, the hips should be tired, and that's why we're gonna walk it out. Work those hips, ladies and gentlemen. Strike a pose. Do a little spin, a little drop if you need. Have some fun. Catwalk like no one's watching. And then we'll come into tree pose. So we'll start with the right foot down, the left foot to the ankle, the calf, or the thigh. Bringing the hands to the heart, shoulders relax, slowing the breath. And when you're ready, maybe lifting the arms up overhead, growing the branches of your tree. Soft gaze, steady breath. Bring the hands back to the heart and do something fun with that left leg as you lower it down and shake out the hips. And then we'll come to the other side. So the left foot will be down, the right foot will be at the ankle, the calf, or the thigh. Let's not take ourselves too seriously. There's enough serious stuff going on these days. We don't need to take yoga seriously. Well, too seriously. Slow the breath. Relax the shoulders. Really settle into tree pose. Be mindful of that standing leg. We really are lifting up through the pelvic floor. So maybe you could even remove that foot and bring it back. You know, you're not balancing one against the other. You're pushing simultaneously through both. And then whenever you're ready, lifting the arms up overhead, growing the branches of your tree. Soft gaze, steady breath. And then bringing the hands to the heart. Do something fun and funky as you lower the right leg down and shake out the left leg. Do a little dance. We'll come back to the middle of the mat. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Interlace the fingers, releasing steeple mudra, and exhale to the right, making sure we don't collapse into this right hip. So we're lengthening both side bodies, and then folding over, keeping the chest open towards the sky. And coming back to center, inhale, and exhale to the left. Breathing. Inhale back to center and exhale, folding all the way forward. Nice forward fold here. And inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, hands to the earth, stepping back to plank pose. Drop the right knee down, lift the left arm up. So we're stacking the right shoulder right on top of the right wrist and lifting that left arm up. Don't let the hips collapse. Lift them up, engaging the core. And coming back down, back to plank. Drop the left knee down, and then lift the right arm up. And coming back down, coming into plank. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale the half pigeon, right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle towards the left hip. So the right leg is across the mat. The left leg is straight behind you. Take an inhale. Stay here, or exhale, lower onto the forearms. Or if it feels nice, extending the arms out in front with the forehead down. Gently pressing back up to the palms. Place the right hand at the center of the mat. Reaching back with the left hand, you're going to grab for the left foot. So we're adding a little quadricep stretch here in the back. Drawing a heel towards the glute. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Relax the left foot down. Good. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. And we'll send that right leg straight up and back, maybe stacking the hips. You can draw some circles with the knee and the hip, or flip the dog, if that sounds fun for you. We'll meet together in downward facing dog. Coming into half pigeon on the other side, lift the left leg high, and exhale, left knee behind the left wrist, left ankle towards the right hip. Bringing the hands down, breathing, staying here, or if you'd like, coming onto the forearms, or laying all the way flat onto the belly. Oh. It's okay, buddy. Oh, he's dreaming. These hip openers are a nice release for frustration, any built up stagnant energy, looking for somewhere to go, so we're going to give it a nice appropriate time and space to release. And then coming up onto the hands. We'll keep the left hand where it is. Turn towards the right as you take the right hand back and grab for the right foot, and then draw the heel in. So we're getting a nice quadricep stretch. Shoulders relaxed. You can turn the gaze over the right shoulder if that's comfortable for you. And slowly release. Take your time to press back. Sending the left leg up. Maybe stacking the hips, if that feels good, or flipping the dog. Coming into a little back bend. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Draw the knees down to the earth. And add a nice catwalk all the way to the top of your mat. We need to practice our catwalks on the knees, I guess. All the way to the top of the mat, and then we'll come to sit down onto the mat and lay all the way down onto the back. So take your time, get situated. We'll be on our backs from now. Drawing the knees into the chest, giving them a nice little squeeze, a nice little hug. Then extend the left leg straight onto the earth, keeping that right knee hugged in, but around the rib cage. So more towards the armpit, squeezing it in. And use the left hand to cross the right knee across the body for supine twist. Turning the gaze towards the right. And draw the knees into the chest, giving them another nice little hug. And this time relaxing the right leg straight down onto the earth, hugging the left knee around the rib cage towards the armpit. And then use the right hand to draw the left leg across the body for supine twist, turning the gaze to the left. Draw the knees back into the chest, neutralizing the spine. Turn the soles of the feet up towards the sky for dead bugs pose, grabbing for behind the thighs at first and opening the legs out wide, relaxing the shoulders down and the tailbone down. If you can keep the back of the body down, then maybe reach up for the ankles or possibly the feet. Knees are wide, hips are nice and open. Why did the mushroom have so many friends? Because he was a fun guy. A fun guy, mushrooms. Rock side to side, happy baby pose, happy yogis for sunny Sunday and rainy Sunday yoga. Give yourself a nice little massage on the hips, a nice opening. We'll come back to center, bring the knees into the chest. Exhale all the air out. So you take a deep breath in, curling yourself into a tiny little ball, wrapping the arms around the shins, giving yourself a big, much needed hug. You are doing great. We're in this together. Inhale and exhale, releasing to your final Shavasana, extending the legs out straight, allowing the feet to fall open to the sides, relaxing the arms down by the sides with the palms to face up. Giving yourself the gift of this moment of complete surrender, complete relaxation. Expectation feeds frustration as it's simply an elusive form of control. By attempting to grip the reins that aren't ours to hold. Breathe, release, let go. Allow your life to naturally, quietly unfold. Coming back to your intention for a moment, what is it that you'd like to let go of the grip that you've been holding on so tightly? How can you let go a little bit here? Completely surrendering onto the earth. Shavasana. Keeping the body in stillness, begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. And gently drawing some small movements into the physical body, maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes or rolling the wrists and the ankles. Maybe rocking the head side to side. And extending the arms overhead, a full body stretch, lengthening from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. And taking your time to roll over onto one side into a supported fetal position. Using one bicep as a pillow and the other palm to ground you into the earth. Coming here into this safe space, it represents rebirth and new beginnings. We always have an opportunity to enter into our day or the next moment with a new chosen perspective or chosen intention. When you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat at the top of the mat. We'll bring our hands together at heart center. Taking this moment to sit in a space of gratitude. Thinking of at least 3 things or people in your life for which you are grateful. Take a moment to share together in a communal Om. Om is a sound of the universe. If you gathered up all of the sounds and put it together, it would make the beautiful sound of Om. It's a beautiful way to connect with one another from all over the world. We'll start by exhaling all the air out. Take an inhale through the nose. The divine light in me honors and reflects the divine light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.